Okay, this is the first time me leaving a movie theater kind of in awe of what I watched, and in doing so, I completely did not pay attention to the story whatsoever. I can't remember the last time that has happened to me. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Deathstalker. So it's about pretty simple premise. According to IMDb, it says a remake of the cult classic 1983 sword and sorcery film. Even IMDb doesn't even give you the synopsis of the show or the movie, but let's just say it's a guy, the Deathstalker, who goes around pillaging people, and there's ghouls, there's goblins, there's sorcery in this movie, and the whole point is he finds his amulet, if you want to put it that way, and it's stuck to him unless someone kills him and steals it back from him. And in doing so, like I said, he meets a thief, he meets a wizard-esque goblin creature, and there's other things as well that just makes this movie really strange. And I haven't seen the original. I know there's a first and second one, and that is coming on Wednesday for me because I bought it via Amazon Prime Day. So we will see how that movie goes. But just based off this movie, I don't know if this is a true remake of the 83 film. I could be completely wrong. This is me going in and saying there's no way the first one was this cheesy and awkward. This was like a light trauma film where it was like very gory, very oddly filmed. What I mean by that is like there is no more than like 4 or 5 people in a shot, and it's very close up. You don't get any wide pans whatsoever. Okay, maybe onesie twosies on a green screen at the very end of the film, but when you're truly in the action or truly in like real dialogue of the movie, it is in your face, and you don't get a lot of stuff that's happening in the background. So you're gonna like that or not. The movie itself is awkward. This is a very awkward film, which I don't know if it really knew what it wanted to be. Did it want to be a serious movie? Did it want to be a practical effect movie? Did it want to be a comedy? Did it want to be a parody? I don't know. But like I said, it's one of the movies where I was like, taking my eyes was impossible off the screen. Taking my eyes is impossible off the screen. I know that makes absolutely zero sense, but I'm making it into this movie because this movie kind of makes zero sense. Like I said, the positive, the practical effects and gore, ridiculous. This is puppeteer work. This is practical, like, animatronics. This is gore galore, heads coming off, arms coming off, blood is spewing everywhere. Absolutely bonkersness. Hearts are getting stabbed. Goo is coming out of people's faces. People are transforming. It is a straight up bonkers fest. Also, just the little ghoul gremlin wizard is voiced by Patrick Oswalt, which you could tell the voice did not match what was coming out of his mouth. So that was very much post-production for sure, because I know he's not that short in real life, or is he? And he's just faking us all. Anyway, so this is filmed in Canada, and I'll say it that way because it's like Ontario. And like movies like this really makes it interesting of why something like this is filmed in Canada. Maybe the whole crew Canadian and like the actors and directors, sure, but it's a Hollywood movie, so it's like this is a soundstage movie, right? Complete soundstage, through in and throughout. Why can't this be filmed in California or another state in the States? So it makes me wonder of those tax things of like, it's really that cheaper to fly to Canada and do this? That's not a flack on the movie. It's just a flack on the movie business. Also with like Supernatural, it's based in Kansas, but we're filming it all in Canada, which I know like it makes simpler sense because you can't travel across America. But you're just thinking like, really? We have to go to Canada? Like, do we? Anyway, that's just a whole movie business, taxes, blah, blah, blah crap I'm bringing up. But this movie has really no story. I'll be straight up honest. The story in this movie is basically non-existent. It's in this movie to go to point A, to point B, to point B, to point D, to C, to E, to F, to G, to get to the very end of the film, which is a crazy fight sequence with a sword. And when the sword comes up, it's fucking laughable. But I think in a good way, where I was like, what is happening here? Like, what are we actually trying to do? Because I think the third act really tried to play on that cheese/trauma feel of the film, where it was just like, what are we doing? We're throwing shit at the wall and we're going to see what sticks. And even though not a lot does stick, it's still one where you're just like, what's going to happen next? I'm very curious. What's going to be the next scene? what next character is going to come up, what puppeteering is going to be next, like what is actually going to happen. The acting is fine. Like I said, there's nothing like when she's playing the recorder too. It's just like she just randomly. It's just like I don't know how to take this movie, and I think that's my struggle with this movie is I don't know how I should take it. Do I take it as a parody? Do I take it as something that takes itself seriously? Is it not that serious enough? I don't know what the movie is trying to do. And that's probably my fault for not watching the 1983 movie, which, like I said, if I'm trying to think of the 80 movies that have this sorcery feel to it, I feel like it's not a comedy. It's trying to be more of like a Conan the Barbarian, because that's also the same time as this occurred at. So overall, Deathstalker, it's a weird one. This is a truly weird, bonkers movie with cool practical effects and puppeteer effects through and throughout. Fine acting, but you're really not going for the acting or production design. You're going for the crazy gore and what is happening next. I think the movie does succeed in that. But if you're looking for something with a true awe-inspiring story, with true awe-inspiring just like gravitas, this isn't for you. Because you have two-headed trolls. This is weird. This is just straight up weird. So Deathstalker will receive a 3.5 out of 5 Futons, which equals that 70%. So see the critics' news scores gave this one. Critics say 89% with 18 of them. Nothing on the audience meter. No critic consensus. So it says tongue-in-cheek throwback. So I don't know. I'm guilty. Let me know in the comments below if I'm taking this movie too seriously. Seriously, let me know. 70, 89. Chase out here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of these Futontopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. A great day. I can watch this today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And were you one of the rare people to actually see this in theaters? Because it was only playing the Alamo Draft House for 3 days at 10 o'clock at night.